Wow, day 5 already. How are you going with our mindful breathing exercise? And how are you going with our stress release exercise? I trust that you are beginning to feel more calm and clear and learning how to trigger your relaxation response and get out of your stress response, bringing you into a more mindful you and a mindful state. And in today's lesson, we're going to look at the 3 states of mindfulness. So, our 3 states of mindfulness are when we are being the observer, when we're being compassionate, and when we're being in the now. These are 3 states to let us know that we are living in a state of mindfulness and we are out of the ego mind and out of our fearful awareness. So when we are being the observer, we have awareness of our thoughts. We have awareness of our feelings, awareness of the story that is going through our mind. Is it our fear story? It is our stress response. We have an awareness of our ego self, awareness of those thoughts and behaviors that you wrote down in lesson 1. When you recognize those thoughts and you observe those thoughts going through your mind and you can hear that story, you know you're in an ego state and not in a calm state. You also have the awareness to recognize when you are in a calm state. And being the observer lets you watch your life. Rather than being the thinker, you become the intelligent observer. To really understand compassion, I like to break it into 3 stages. The first stage is non-judgment. And non-judgment is when we have no story. We have no need for the mind to create meaning. I know that's hard because the mind wants to create meaning in everything that we see, everything that we do. But having compassion allows us to recognize that we're placing a judgment. We recognize that everything comes from an awareness and our perspective. And we do not push that reality onto someone else. We understand ourselves and we understand others, and we let go of judgment or criticism. That includes our need to be right. That includes our need to be in control. Detachment is when we create a pause between our thoughts and our reactions. We let go of the need to be right. We let go of the need to control, and we detach. We remain in a state of observation, understanding that reality is only what we attach to. The third state of compassion is reaching a stage of acceptance. And acceptance is letting go and allowing what is present to simply be. This is the opposite state of fear. This is when we control our fear and embrace the essence of who we are rather than just coming from that conditioned ego mind. We accept that our reality is different to others and we let go of any expectations on ourselves and others, and we reach a deep level of acceptance. So if we understand compassion, we understand that compassion is being non-judgmental, it's being detached, and it's allowing ourselves to let go and accept what is. And when we come into that compassionate space of acceptance, we come into the power of now, and we enter this present moment, which is the essence of mindfulness. The past is in our memory bank and includes every experience and every moment of data we have taken in from our outside world. This includes our decisions, our perceptions of every event, every person, and of course, all that about ourselves. This can bring us into a state of depression when we replay the past over and over and over again. The future is our expectations, our anticipations, or our predictions of what is to come. This brings up feelings of uncertainty within us, and that leads to anxiety. It leads us to need to be in control because we don't know how we're going to navigate ourselves through that uncertainty. And we're not actually in the present moment. We are forecasting our energy and projecting our energy into the future, which means we are not in the now. The present is all we have in our control. It is what is in front of us right now. When we focus on the now, we can become present with the opportunities of joy and abundance in this very moment. In fact, we create a gratitude mindset. A mindset of gratitude, or what John DeMartini refers to as our attitude of gratitude, allows us to look at what we have in our lives as opposed to what we don't have, which puts us again into that stress state. So we can relax just like this little guy, just like this little frog. We can relax in the power of now and simply enjoy this present moment. So in today's exercise, I want to teach you a tool that I start all my meditations with and that I teach all my students how to become into the now and practice the now and instantly bring yourself into this present moment. So let's get comfortable. Again, press pause if you need to. Get yourself ready. And when you are, simply close your eyes and begin to focus on your breath. Begin to come present with yourself sitting in the chair, feeling this moment. Letting go of the outside world, letting go of that to-do list. Simply sitting in the chair and observing yourself sitting in the chair. And as you close your eyes, become aware of that space behind your eyelids. You may want to first become aware that there is a space behind your eyelids. It's that space right in front of you. And simply observe that space. Notice if there's any shapes or if there's any colors. Notice if it's still or if it's moving. This is your mental screen, as if you have an own internal movie screen. And I want you to observe the imagery or space behind your eyelids as if you are observing this mental screen. And just note what is there. Notice if it's still or notice if it's moving. It's as if you are looking through a kaleidoscope, noticing moment to moment changes. Simply sit for a few moments and observe that space. Anytime the mind drifts or wanders away, just come back to watching that mental screen. Being in the now, in this very present moment. Staying connected and focused on that space. Allow yourself to travel deeper and deeper into that space, as if you're traveling through a vortex of space. Watching the imagery, staying connected and present. And when you're ready, slowly open your eyes. This is a really simple exercise and a really powerful exercise because instantly, when you go into this place, the back of the mind becomes really quiet and we activate the frontal cortex, which is the part of the brain that we want to exercise to develop that sense of mindfulness. So use the next 24 hours to practice this tool and add it to the other ones. In fact, you can start this before you go into your breathing exercise. And try this one over the next 24 hours. Whenever the mind gets busy, or whenever you feel stressed, or whenever you feel like you are not in this present moment, close your eyes, focus on this place, take yourself through a few moments focusing on that mental screen. And when you open your eyes, notice what's in front of you and how present you feel. Thank you again for enrolling in this course and going through these lessons. And I look forward to chatting with you again tomorrow.